I can hardly see the road.
It ain't clear. It ain't clear.
I asked the question, Lord. Yeah.
What'd he say to
Why?
Why so much pain?
you? Because I believe you can endure.
But he what's best for me. Yeah. The process.
Exactly.
Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I just say, thank you, Lord. Yeah. Hey. Huh. And I won't complain.
I won't complain.
Man, y'all better know it. Has been so good to me. Ain't he been good?
All day and night.
He been good to me.
And me.
Better than you.
And you. And me.
On this old world. Could it? Boy, y'all better understand. He's been so good to me.
And you. And you. And you.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
Hey, man. Since we got Brandon sitting up now, welcome to another episode of Dropping Dymes.
Another one.
I know y'all ain't used to us doing no gospel in the beginning, but y'all gonna see how this gonna play into everything.
Man, Brandon touched our hearts last episode. He told us it really gets his emotions going on when you listen to a little gospel.
And I think Wallace wanted to see him cry.
I did, because
cry?
I leaked last time, so I need somebody to join me in that.
Hey, man, that was a good choice, though.
Yeah. But like I said, man, welcome to another episode of Dropping Dymes, man. I'm Byron.
I'm Wallace, man.
And I'm Brandon.
Here for another one.
Man. And he gonna always tell the truth.
All day and night.
And we know he ain't no snitch.
Motherfucking snitch. Sorry.
Today.
Sorry for cussing.
On Sunday.
His mama watching. His mama watching.
Yeah, my mama watching. Sorry.
But man, we got a good one for you, man. And I know it's one that means a lot to us. And we done talked about it a few times, and like just low key though. But how music can affect you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
He's special, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He's special. But you keep going, brother.
how music can affect us, man.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
music can affect our mood, how it can change a day, and you know what I'm saying? And like we was just playing the gospel, man, that can definitely, you know what I'm saying, affect you.
Sometimes change your life.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we gonna get into it. We ain't gonna hold you. We ain't gonna hold you.
We ain't gonna hold you
We
long.
ain't gonna hold you. We ain't gonna hold you long. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take my watch off. That's what the pastor be
Coming
saying.
from the book of
Before we get into it, we want to make sure that you know that we appreciate every second that you spend with us. And if you like what you see, what you hear, go send it to a friend. Tell your friends to come kick it with your friends. And then like that bell, hit that bell, like the page, subscribe. All those things that kind of help us grow and get what we're doing out to the world, man. It's a powerful movement that I feel like we're stepping into. It's us black men, and one day we'll have guests, but black men being able to be open and express themselves, their experiences through life. That's just what we stand for. So
We just want to start a conversation, man.
spread it.
Sometimes it's just to get people talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why we ask for y'all to comment, because it shows that the conversation is started, the conversation is rolling, and that's it. That's it. Nothing special, nothing over the top, nothing too crazy. We just want to start the conversation, because sometimes that's all you got to do is start talking.
And you never know where you're gonna land.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
I'm gonna start talking.
okay. Mr. No Words.
I'm gonna go ahead and get mine out the way, because I told y'all a long time ago, and y'all could probably see I don't really know words to songs for real. So I ain't really growing up. I ain't realize how much of a connection that you could have to music. And And until recently, really just kicking with y'all, I've taken some time to really listen to the words of music. I've always had a connection with the tones, the beats, the flows, and honestly, somebody's voice on a track to me was just another instrument. It really wasn't the content that they were spewing to me. At least I didn't think so. One thing my mother used to always tell me was, you better be careful what you're listening to because you don't know what you put in your spirit. Me, I just thought like, man, I'm just listening to Rich Homie Quan. I'm listening to Future, and they just flowing the beat. Sammy, Usher.
He know them words.
A few of them. But it really didn't connect to me how impactful music songs can be in your life. It change your mood, give you energy. I work out a lot. I realize how much more energy. More than you. That's all that matters, right? But I realize how much more energy I have when I'm working out, when I'm listening to music, than I am when I'm just doing it on my own. Like it gives you something. It stimulates us. It can set a tone for if you having a bad day. Listen to a music that you can connect with. It'll raise your spirits. Like this is deeper than just notes on a page or sounds in the air. Like it really connects to me to your spirit. And I've seen things where it talks about how it stimulates your brain in different areas, but like it really touches my spirit. And now that I'm listening to words, it's like I'm connecting even more.
That's crazy.
I'm connecting
and now that I'm
even
actually
more.
listening to the words.
For real. Like I think the first album I listened to the words for content was Kendrick Lamar's recent album.
That was recent?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first album I was like, let me listen to like what he's talking about.
So you ain't listen to no Cole.
I mean, I like the way Cole sound on the beat. It was cool.
Jay-Z.
I'm gonna tell y'all a real quick story, and this is actually it's probably what put the inception of music has impact to me. It was probably 2019, 2018. Somehow I got some Jay-Z tickets when he came into town. And I'm like, I don't even really like Jay-Z like that. But, yeah, because I ain't listen to music. I ain't listen to the words.
White man, he's blasphemy. Bro.
But we went to that concert, man, and I'm starting to listen. I started to listen to him. But I started to see his impact on an entire arena of people. Like 15, 20,000 people standing in their feet saying his lyrics. And I'm starting to listen like this man is telling his story and how people are connecting with it. Like it's people like reverting back to their days. It's people in there crying. It's people celebrating. I'm like, this man's story put to a beat is touching the world. And I was like, this shit is deep and impactful. And honestly, from that day is when I decided that I was going to start going out and putting my videos out, starting to talk to people. Because my story, I feel like somebody can connect with it. But it came from going to that Jay-Z concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Impactful.
You just listen to the words. If you'd have started doing this shit 20 years ago, ain't no telling where we could be right now.
look, y'all listen to a lot of R&B, and I like the way it sounds, but I started listening. I'm like, dang, this kind of teaching me how to love, what I'm feeling. Like, people been telling me my whole life. I just ain't been listening.
Just crashed out. Man, I'm proud of you, brother.
I'm growing, bro. I was missing out on the whole
30s.
world out here.
This man just got to his 30s and realized, like, man, it was all kind of shit going on in songs.
Late
crazy.
blooming. God damn.
I'm proud of you.
Teaching you how to stroke out there on songs.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like, you probably would have been a father by now if you'd have been listening to this shit earlier.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, probably so. It's probably for the best.
Everything happens for a reason.
Hey, clearly for you, man.
But yeah, music is I mean, honestly, you think about, they talk about African music, African drums and beating it. It was a connection for slaves to be in touch with their ancestors. Like, that's how deep music vibrates within us. And I'm happy y'all helped me open my eyes to the verbal content side of it. But I just want people to realize how impactful music can be in your life, was to your life, can be for your children. Like, I was listening to somebody, and I'm rambling about how kids that learn to play music as children have bigger brains and have more vocabulary. Mm-hmm. Like, those things that music offers are the parts of us we can't see.
Growth.
Yeah. it's that impactful. And I'm glad that I'm open to being connected to it. But I know y'all got history with music, so
what's your choice of music?
It's my choice.
Yeah.
I honestly depends. Like it's some days I leave the office and I'm like, it ain't been 21 Savage, but I'll be like,
So rap would be more so.
Yeah, some days, but then like some days I'm like I'm in a mellow mood and I'm like I just want to vibe. I love listening to R&B. I go back and I like listening to Erykah Badu, honestly.
Okay.
Like that shit is weird that I just be like, let me just turn it on.
No, it's not weird at all.
Not
Okay.
at all.
To me, it is. I'm like,
Okay.
I don't really have no like. I look at her, it's no real connection besides she's a black woman and I'm a black man. But I feel like
That's the connection, goddamn.
well, yeah, it's a lot of people I connect with on that level.
Yeah.
But yeah, her vibe. Y'all know me and Sammy got a long standing.
Y'all grew up together and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That was my partner. He didn't even know it though. But yeah, I go back to listen to stuff that I enjoyed when I was a kid. And then I actually have some times where I want to listen to some modern music and really some of that reckless stuff. And that's something I do want to talk about. Cause I be in more of a excited mood or a reckless mood. Like I don't give a fuck. Not I don't give a fuck about my life, but like just today, fuck it. So yeah, I'm all over the board. I listen to country music sometimes. I want to learn the line dance for real. Gospel. I have my little spurts of gospel. Dang, African music is booming now in the streets, but I used to always like listen because I used to do some African dance and play the African drums. I can show y'all something.
No, you don't. It's
I don't hear we won't.
It's all right, man.
So yeah, I'm kind of all over the board. I don't really connect with rock music for real. Like heavy metal rock.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they be talking about.
I don't either.
even care
Well, I
to.
never did know what people was talking about, but
Oh,
just
well,
like
yeah.
it don't.
You right. You right.
It don't.
You right. You right.
It
Not
don't
a
hit me
liquor.
like that. It don't be like, oh, that's a good beat. It's just like, why is 6-6-year-olds making noise in a
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
kitchen? But yeah, that's my vibe right now with music.
That's what's up. That's growth. Cause like you said, like when we first started this, he was like, yeah, I don't know the words to nothing.
Nothing.
I was like,
And it's
nothing.
the song that like everybody knows this song. At least
Everybody
some of the
except
words.
me.
That nigga ain't know the chorus.
Nothing.
Nah.
And I was like, he got to be joking,
Not
and
at
it
all.
wasn't.
No, it wasn't a joke at all.
That's what's up. B, what you got?
Connecting with music. Well, you know that shit. You know, music can make you kill somebody. Music can make you sing at their funeral. Music can make
The same person you killed?
same person. Music can help you pray for their mama. Sing at his sister's wedding. Like all kinds of shit. So, but that's the full dynamic of music. And it just depends on, you know, like what mood you want to be in. Like you just said.
That was kind of scary what you just.
Hey man, it's the truth though.
I feel you, but that I ain't know that's where you gonna start. That's all I'm saying.
It's just true. Me either. It
I
just
got
came
you.
out like that.
Yeah, I love it. Keep it coming.
Byron know what I'm talking about.
The fuck? You ain't no snitch, huh? We'll revisit that. We'll revisit that.
But yeah, nah, you know, it depends on your mood. It's been a lot of times to where, you know, shit, you just want to be hyped for a reason. Shit, you throwing on Jeezy. I know, you know, people, I've heard them say, you know, when they was selling drugs, they'd listen to Jeezy the whole time because that's the mood they were in. You know what I mean? When you about to, you know, make love or want to set the tone for that, you know what I mean? You're going to listen to something different. I mean, some women want to fuck to back that ass up, but you know, that's another mood.
Hey, and that gives you a certain experience.
Yeah, it does.
Listen to Tank.
It
Two
does,
different
'cause
experiences for the same act.
Hey, yeah, it does. But and you know how I feel with like, you know, gospel music or whatever. But yeah, man, music is so powerful. Just going back to when you was talking and you was like, I didn't even know the words. It made me think about George Clinton. Like when I was younger, my dad used to play George Clinton, and that shit, like I love him to this day.
Yeah.
And that shit just used to feel like so good, and it still does. But I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, and it didn't even matter.
Them heavy bass lines, that bait, man.
Flashlight,
Yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck that is.
I know that
Like,
chorus.
bro. Yeah,
I would pray that you
but that music though, bro. If you put that on, like.
it felt
feel
good.
good.
Yeah, it was
You
feel
know what I
good
mean?
music.
Yeah.
A lot of times I ain't know what the fuck Prince was talking about because I couldn't understand that high ass shit. But it just felt good. I'm like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you get older, like back to what you were saying, like you don't necessarily have to get the words, right?
It was
because
music.
from how it started. Like you said, back in Africa, we just had the drums and the beat, and nigga, that shit probably just
That shit make you
your whole
move.
day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hell, adding some content to it, it just makes it even better. Just like with the gospel music we were just listening to. Like, I was over here just like, even I know that song and I've heard it 20 million times, but it's just the fact that like, damn, I really shouldn't be complaining.
Still connect to it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's stuff like that's so simple, man. Like, even with the love songs, you listen to them, like women who's going through breakups, men who's going through breakups. They got songs for all of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people, and it actually, it's a therapy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because when you can't talk to nobody, you can put on these songs, man, and it just helps you get through your day. Like, I just need this next hour. Like, oh, I'm gonna go crazy. Like, you don't throw on that goddamn. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Shit, hey, fuck them. You know what I mean? You probably ain't feel like that, but you need to hear this right then, goddamn. You know what I mean? Or love, or what's another Music Soul Child song? I'll love you. You know, don't change.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. It just, you know, it
I
helps.
was
you
listening to
connect.
him on Friday, bro.
Huh?
I was listening to him on Friday.
Okay.
I needed some help.
Exactly. Nah, it helps you, you know, like realize certain things, and it also lets you know that you're not the only person going through this. And it could definitely like help you become a better person, a better man, better woman, or whatever, just through music. Like, damn, you know what? I probably do need to apologize. I was kind of fucked up for that. Or, you know, whatever. Like, I'm going through this breakup, but man, I'm much better than this person, you know what I mean? And they didn't treat me right anyway, type shit. Like, you need some of that motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think music, it does all that, man. Like, for me, anyway.
When did you, or do you feel like you started to gain a connection with music?
Man, younger, in church. Like, so with my family, you had to do something, right, in church. Mm-hmm. And so everybody sung in the choir. I tried to skip that. I tried to be an usher. I'm like, I ain't gonna sing in the choir. Like hell no.
Yeah.
You still gonna sing in the choir. So
you was an usher and sing.
I fucked myself up, didn't I? Fuck myself
Double
right on up.
You trying to duck out on one thing.
Yeah,
and
double timing for the Lord. That's all, bro.
Fuck myself up. But yeah, younger, it would have to start in church. And then after that, you know, after church is the radio. And so that 90s R&B type stuff, because my older cousin and stuff used to, you know, keep us and babysit.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned the Ace Towns and the Jodeci's and goddamn Mary J and all them people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So during that time, and it connected. And then I could sing a little bit, you know what I mean? So hell, why not?
A lot of it.
And then with rap, I came a little later. Cause like I'm not the Jay-Z fan, the Nas fan, all that kind of shit. Rap probably came around Cash Money time for me. Cash Money, No Limit. And then it was like, all right, it just went from there. And then of course, you know, like I'm from Mobile, I'm from the South, so it's like
The Pope City.
I got Boosie, you know me. Like
Yeah.
Boosie, Webby, Gotti, that kind of shit. Like
he
that's
got Mr.
Jeezy,
Biggs too. He got Mr. Biggs.
You know what I mean? Shit like that is kind of what, you know, I was on. But now
We're going to put you on Mr. Big.
Please and thank you. Look, I say that maybe.
I don't know.
We gonna
Because
put
He probably won't connect.
You just showed me some things.
put you on Mr.
Honestly,
Big.
listening to the rest of that song from Dirty, I was like,
The clean side of the Mr. Big family.
woo,
Hey,
it's
but,
out here.
you know, and it's like, in a lot of people's stories from music, you know, can be your story. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I was
Resonate.
going through this same shit.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, it just helps you. But it started early for me. And that's just because I could sing a little bit. So I started with the R&B gospel side. And then rap came a little later.
What just came to my mind just now is like, like how we connect. And a great preacher will take the word from the Bible or from whatever he's teaching from and make it relatable and connectable to the people that he's speaking to. And that's exactly what, and I guess that's why they call musicians or artists prophets. It's like they are able to take the experiences of the world, the experiences of their word, and give it to the world in a way that they can digest and connect to it. And that's exactly what you start thinking about. Like, I'm listening to Kendrick, I'm listening to J. Cole, I'm connecting to, I never lived their life. I never lived their exact story, but I can connect to what they're feeling, what they're trying to express, what they're teaching. Like that's, and even if you go down to the rugged areas of the streets, like it may not be my exact story, but I've experienced that, I felt that, I've seen that, I can connect to that. And that's how, to me, like just as powerful as the voice of a preacher is a musician, an artist.
You need that little motivation. Hell, you headed to a fight. God damn it, you need to put on some fight music, man. Shit, that shit'll make you know
give you buckets,
bro. Yeah, that shit'll make
legendary.
It'll get you right, man. Just like before a football game or whatever.
Yeah,
like that shit get you
going into battle.
But I was the only nigga who was listening to fucking probably R&B.
I bet you was.
A goddamn game or something. Like that.
I bet you was.
I'm actually still kind of like that. Like I remember I was in the gym one day, and you know how people be in the gym and they be doing, you see them over there doing all this shit. Yeah. I just be, you know what I'm saying? No, fuck no. So I was chill. So the lady said, she said, I never see you like really get, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you always have your music in. What you listening to? I was like, gospel.
I just like, listen.
She was hitting on you.
What? I said, nah, because it keeps me calm. Like I want to keep my, like I'm under all this weight. I ain't trying to be hyped up.
I used to do a John P. Key playlist when I was going to the gym.
John what?
John P. Key playlist. He a gospel art. Yeah.
So look at me. Don't look at me, bitch.
Teach me a gospel artist. He dope as shit. But yeah, like, and I used to be wondering, like, people don't know, because I'll be in there, but people don't know I'm listening to goddamn Show Up. I'm
right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, like that shit used to, like, I don't know. It's like a calming but hype type. You know what I mean? So yeah, I ain't really into the other shit in the gym.
Yeah.
Nah.
I be listening to everything that I shouldn't be listening to.
Like what? What shouldn't you be listening to?
Put your hands up, keep them up.
2 hands.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, you shouldn't be listening to
or watching it. You shouldn't be watching it.
I definitely should be watching it. But no, like
that's hilarious.
Like I like NBA YoungBoy.
Okay,
but, but every time NBA YoungBoy stepped to the mic, somebody died.
Hey.
And honestly, in the space of where we are right now, I don't need the energy of I bump into the wrong person or he do something wrong. Now I got this in my head, even though the music dope,
hyped up.
and I'm hyped. Exactly.
Nah, it crash out.
Man, that shit do that. Man, we was in college. Jesus fucked around. So Mobile, we used to be real deep in college.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alabama State. And so we just used to think we could just whoop everybody anyway, right? Jesus fucked around and came out with us. I'll never forget. We was so ready to go back to the school. This nigga came out with I Put On For My City.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he do that?
That started a whole bunch.
Nigga. Oh my,
a whole bunch.
Bro, we was like, ooh, y'all heard that Jesus shit? Oh, I can't wait to go back to school. Nigga.
And let them know.
Bro, like, worst shit possible. Jesus, you shouldn't have never did that. But yeah, even shit like that, like, bro, you just get hype and like, man,
you don't know where it's gonna go.
Don't know what the fuck gonna happen, bro? But yeah, it was a quick story.
Yeah, back to your R&B or gospel in the gym.
Yeah, that's literally what I hear most of the time when I'm in the gym. If I'm not listening to a pod, that like at this point now, I listen to a lot of podcasts and shit.
Yeah,
in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Cause I got time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I used to listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of gospel. If I did listen to rap, it was like, I don't want to say I guess you could say conscious rap, like more Jay-Z, Cole, like you said, Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Maybe we're not strong enough to. I need that extra amped up to lift some weight. Maybe that shit is
I feel like
cool for you.
I like I said, I want to stay calmer. Like I know everybody be talking about, I'm trying to get my heart rate up. Go ahead with that. Like y'all have fun with that. I'm staying cool and calm because I got a lot of weight on me, and more than likely I'm in this gym by myself.
I think I might not be strong enough.
But I feel like as long as I'm calm under this weight, I'm good. Yeah. Don't get me too hype and then think this 315 finna get thrown up in your ass. I got a little too hype. You be like,
yeah, it's over. That's a good fucking point because you can't get overhyped.
I need that.
Your coach ever had to tell you to calm the fuck down.
Hell yeah. So going into the game, but not under some weight. You better hype your ass up and find some strength you don't know about.
But it's the same thing.
No,
you can get overhyped thinking you can do some shit that you really can't do.
Listen, that calm nigga come out there and knock your ass out. Turn them lights off your ass.
In the game, I had a coach tell me that, and I realized like I was putting out way too much energy. I wasn't thinking straight going into the game. You want to be calm. But under some weight, my mind is like, I need explosion. I need power. I need energy.
You can do some shit that you can't. That's
and then
the
I
power
do it.
Of music. But what if you can't?
What if you can't? Anytime, it don't matter. I just want the energy to be able to do it. I'm just not strong enough, bro. I just live with that.
I still got the energy.
Yeah, I don't.
This nigga said I can live with that. I'm not strong enough. Fuck that.
But
I feel you though.
Man, music
too hype.
Music was big for me, and it started early. Like it was kind of the same thing, like church. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, like man, my grandma, my mom's side she had a gospel group. So like it wouldn't, we couldn't listen to R&B and we couldn't listen to nothing else at her house.
Nothing secular.
Secular music, exactly. Don't turn on that. Don't turn on that secular music. You know what I'm saying? So we understood that, and that like when we played the old gospel was considered like the old gospel, not this trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like that borderline R&B or borderline rap.
Music, bro. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it, but I hate.
Yeah, I try not to say it. I just say I ain't fond of it myself.
I don't like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm not fond of it. But whatever brings people to it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever brings people to the mass, like it gets it to the masses. If that's what you need, or if that's what works for you, go at it, man. But I'm not a big fan of it. I like that old gospel that told a story, and it for me, it got me through a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean Pace. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just listening to I Can't Complain. Like that's what get me back in the mind frame. Like, man, this, as bad as this looks, I know I'm still not gonna complain because I know it's somebody else that's out here going through something worse, and I could probably help that person. And sometimes just that, you know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning of that song, that lady was telling, she said, y'all go down to the hospital and see people really going through something. You really think you got it bad because you can't get the shoes that you want to get or get the car that you want. And these people in the hospital can't leave. Yeah. They living on machines. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
You ride downtown and see people in tents. Laughing like a motherfucker.
Still having a good time. Because they ain't found they good in whatever their situation is. You know what I'm saying? But that's what music do for some people. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk, like y'all talked about the African drums and how it connects, bro. It was a thing of it was spiritual, and it lifted spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like and then it became like, you know, when other people started to involve themselves, then it was like, oh, that's the devil's music and all that, because they didn't necessarily understand. Yeah. But it was what raised our people. It's what raised our people's spirits. And then when we did become slaves, the music helped communicate to other slaves to let them know what was going on. What's the next move? Right. That's how intense music was. You know what I'm saying? Music helped free people, mentally and physically. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So when we think about how deep music can really be, man, it can go way deeper. Rap was huge for me. Rap told a story, and it told a story of people who I knew a lot of times, or it was a story of somebody I knew, and hell, it ended up sometimes being a story that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I remember like the first time I heard UGK, I got a pocket full of stone. What? I bought my first key from my baby mama brother, cooked it up myself, and started passing out them hubbles. I was like, what is a hubble? More workers. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just like everybody, because we from the South, so we like, damn, UGK like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course it's like that. But then I grew up, I listened to Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was a whole It was a different mindset because we weren't even hearing the same. They ain't talking about the same thing. Nas them talking about being in a project, selling dope out the, you know what I'm saying, out these high rise buildings. And then in the South, niggas was driving Caprices and Cutlass Monte Carlos and Regals, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we heard, it was a different feel, man. It took you to different places. It's kind of like what reading did for some kids. You're like, man, I read this book. It was about Egypt, and you like, man, I heard this song about flipping a key. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you like,
exactly
man, that shit was wild.
That shit take
but
you
it
there.
took you to a different place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, music was just to me that strong, that big of an influence. We still listen to R&B. I know y'all. I'm a little bit older, but I listen to R. Kelly. They can say what they want to say.
Shit, me too.
Who didn't connect to that? You know what I'm saying? Even if you couldn't really connect because you weren't even at that place in your life.
Helped me out a lot.
It told you what to do.
It told me
It gave you a step-by-step manual for what to do.
I don't know that song.
Don't say that out loud. No
Damn
more.
it, son. I feel like a coach with this. God damn it, Wallace. Shit.
Oh shit!
That man said, I don't know that song.
Don't say
Ain't
that
dead
out
ass
loud.
serious,
I
people.
know. I wish.
Oh, my God. That's the song for the kids.
This nigga, man. Yeah, you need to.
You just like I be right with you, Wallace, and then you disappointed. I be like, God damn it, God, take it down a notch.
I just gotta tell my
Probably
truth,
go
man.
listen to 12 play.
Nah, I can't listen to nothing.
Then
R. Kelly now.
we're gonna have
Why
to
not?
redo that sexual pressure conversation. It take a lot of pressure off of you.
Take a lot of pressure off you, brother.
I'm
taught you what to do.
I'm gonna go listen to it in the dark.
Hey, people, the music that was.
You
listen,
right.
Yeah, go back to
So,
what you was saying.
and I honestly don't want to
Because
get
I was
on.
about to give an opinion.
I don't want to get on an R. Kelly tangent, but like, who he is?
That was R. Kelly, and one of them was Robert. I've separated them in
R.
my
Kelly,
mind.
which one was which one?
The music,
Okay,
the music.
and Robert was.
Whoever the fuck that
monster.
nigga. I ain't know that
person.
nigga. I just only knew him the music, so I didn't. Yeah, I don't know nothing. I don't know.
Like Dave Chappelle said. He said that lady was trying to get me to be in the special. He said, "Yeah, no." Oh, he said it's just one thing. I don't know that nigga.
Yeah.
I don't know that nigga. I don't know this man from a can of paint.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he like to eat. I don't know who he like to
Nothing.
have sex
I don't know
with.
nothing
But when he
about
get on
any
the
of
track,
it.
Good
Right.
music. That's
It's
all
good
I know.
music.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
the music. It. A lot of people who was born in the 90s was probably conceived to this nigga. You
Hey,
know
look,
what I'm saying?
I think the issue with listening to his music is the monetary side of it. Because honestly, listen to good music, you can take a name off of it, it's still great music. But when you play his music on iTunes, he's getting dollars.
But what if he's not though? What if somebody else owns his
like
master? You don't know who you're playing. So I'm not looking to go that deep into see where the money is going.
I'm not going to either.
In
That's
my
why
mind-
people just be like, don't listen to him.
In my mind,
Man, but-
it's going to the record label.
Yeah, it's man.
And I don't even think about shit like that either. So
Man, yeah, at the end of the day, that was the music that I listened to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my mom grew us up on. I remember, man, we used to get in the car, be like, God, again, Luther Vandross,
Oh, I don't know how I
Anita
forgot
Baker,
the blues.
the
I grew
book,
up on
man.
blues.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like we grew up on, like, bro,
up
my
on
uncles used to
blues.
play the blues. My grandfather played, like, I listened to reggae, like before reggae was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it was that old school, like that Bob Marley and the Wailers. You know what I'm saying? Like Peter Tosh. Like that's what I grew. I grew up on an array of music.
How often does like you hear a song, an old song, and it take you back to a place and it like give you that emotion or give you that smile? Because that's what I enjoy
It take
about
you
listening.
back to that space that you was in at that time. Like man, I remember being at the picnic and hearing this, or like the time when man we was having the family barbecue. You remember when Uncle Junior and blah, it take you back to that shit.
Yeah.
Like because it's like what we talked about. It's the feeling. It's the feeling. We don't necessarily remember all that shit. Like
I don't remember
hand for
every
hand.
instance, but
Yeah.
it takes me
But
back to the feeling of
you remember
that
the
space.
feeling. Like
Yeah.
you remember it was the summer. You remember it was the winter. You remember
Yep.
it was cold. You remember you was heartbroken.
Summer
you know what I'm saying?
96.
Like your feelings was hurt. That bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You remember all that because of music. And that's what I'm saying. Like music is so is for me, it's never been nothing but helpful. It done got me through times when I couldn't talk to people, or especially a girl I thought I had something for. You trying to figure out, man, Josie said, I'm trying to come up with the words to tell her. You know what I'm saying? So you like, damn, if Josie can't come up with them, I know I'm all right or not. You know what I'm saying? But it was, and like you said, like even when we get further into Music Soul Child, that man put out music that really touched people because it was what we was feeling. And then his
simple.
And the music, the lyrics said it, but then his videos took it to an even different place.
Yeah.
So I think music is huge, but then the creativity for the videos could take you to a whole different space. And that was when videos was real hot when we was younger.
But that's why entertainment is such a massive platform. It's like you can go look at a old like medieval video of movie and you'll see like somebody singing on the sideline. They just ain't nobody paying no mind. But you realize how much connection people can have. Dollars are gonna flow to it.
Listen,
that's why you're gonna put them on stage. You're gonna put them on TV commercials,
bro,
because people connect with it. And that's what draws people into spending their money.
Black people invest the most money in entertainment.
For sure.
Like we're the number one, like,
you know
investors.
what's funny? What you just said, that it just took me to the movie Titanic. Right?
I'm ready for this one.
Nah, just because through all the chaos, right?
Yeah.
Them niggas decided to like, all right, let's play some music.
Because
the band was still playing,
trying to keep some shit calm.
Yeah.
And that's what music did. That shit crazy.
The ship going down.
And the band still fucking playing.
Bro.
Yeah.
Calm you in your worst moment.
That shit.
Like if you think about old war movies, when you saw we talking about as far back as colonial times. What did you see?
A drummer.
A drummer,
Yep.
and somebody with a flute or a clarinet or whatever it was,
Keeping the morale up.
of the soldiers, right? Because music keeps everything going, man.
Yeah.
Music is the heartbeat for life.
Nah, it is.
Like literally, when you think about it, music is the heartbeat for life. I listen to rock and roll, bro. We were MTV kids when MTV first hit, before they stopped actually showing videos.
You was.
Yeah, I was. Like me and my friends and family. Like we grew up on it though. You know what I'm saying? I remember, man, I can't even remember the name of the song, but I remember the video. And I remember like the beat of the song, but this dude, he was sitting in a chair like in like a cabin, and he was playing a guitar, and all the shit on the walls, like it was like the heads of animals, you know what I'm saying? Like stuffed animals, it started singing. And I remember that video like it was yesterday, bruh. Like I can remember the words. I can't remember the dude name though. But that's how strong this shit was for us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the beats. We listened to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We listened to those people because the beats were so strong. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even about, oh, this is rock, this is rap. It was just like the beat for this. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference between, because like they say Elvis was rock and like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think there's a heavy metal rock.
And then there's a contemporary rock.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that and all that.
Was you in the heavy metal too?
I don't.
Because that's where I can't go. Because I can listen to the contemporary rock.
Yeah, so I can't say I've listened to it. Now there have been certain songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like man, y'all know it was a movie called The Program. You remember that?
Yeah.
So you remember when they was in them summer practices, and it was the first day they started to hit, and they were doing that sideline drill when niggas run down the sideline. And they was doing the angle drill. It was a song called "Welcome to the Jungle." You remember that?
Welcome to the jungle.
That's heavy metal, dog.
Okay.
But it's the beat
That
and it's
was on
what
Lean on
resonates.
Me.
But it that too. You see what I'm saying?
At the
like
beginning
that's
of the movie.
Exactly. That's just how deep the song is.
Yeah.
So think about "Lean on Me." This is a song. This is a movie about like the most urban high school where the worst shit is going on.
Yeah.
And the first song they play is "Welcome to the Jungle."
I remember. I got the scene in my head.
Like niggas walking in, like niggas getting beat up. Somebody spray paint on the lockers and shit with the program.
Wow.
Niggas is running down the sideline.
Smacked.
Nigga getting smacked. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and game, bruh. That was the shit that we grew. That was thrown in movies. But how early "Lean on Me" came out?
Shit. Yeah.
Before me.
Early as
Like
fuck.
I think 85, 86.
Was it 80s?
Yeah.
Damn.
"Lean on Me" came out like 85, 86. So that's how old that song is. The program came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's how old the song is, but how it's resonated with so many different films.
Yeah.
People. communities. Like you grow up in your space. That's the jungle.
Exactly.
I gotta make it out of this thing.
Exactly. So I think like that's how deep music is. You know what I'm saying?
What's your take? And I understand how deep music is, and I feel like that's a space of where people say, "Hey, these rap artists are tainting or creating monsters in the community." Like people telling their story of their partner getting killed, or they had to sell some type of narcotic to survive. Like, but that's affecting the community around them and the next generation. How do we blend that or mesh that or divulge the negativity out of it and continue to grow from it? Because it's the truth.
Exactly. I think it's hard to say, okay, well, we got to take all the negativity out of it because that's life for some people. Yeah. And if you're telling your story, and that's all people have been doing, telling their story. Like even with R&B, is somebody telling their story. Like Anita Baker made a song, and everybody thought it was like a love song, but she was talking to her son. You know what I'm saying? So it's people telling their story.
But you said like music is so powerful, it can be your story, but it could also make somebody do something.
But that's
where I feel like the question is like you're telling your story, but it's making somebody else do something way out the way.
But I don't think it's making them do it, right? I think they just can relate to it. So if they're coming up,
but I'm talking about the actions. Like I understand you feeling it.
That's what I'm saying. So if they're coming up in the same environment, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just say they're lost. Just if I just went through a breakup and I'm lost, right? I'm probably gonna go to some music to be like, okay, how do I handle this? See what the music did. All right, cool. Same thing, same type of situation, but they're lost. But they listen to this whoever and it's like, shit, he did it like that. We growing up in the same type of environment. Shit, mm-hmm. I'm gonna do it like that.
And let's take and this is, I ain't got nothing to do with P&B Rock's death or anything, but let's just say somebody in that space is like, they heard a song like rappers in my neighborhood, I gotta take their shit off because they ain't giving us respect. I don't know what the situation is. And then
terrible lyrics, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a rapper. But let's say that person goes out and like, oh, this dude in my neighborhood, he wearing a chain. I gotta teach him to respect my community. And he goes out and kills somebody.
I don't think that's how it goes.
So realistically, chances are the robbery is gonna like they rob us anyways.
Okay.
Like I get what you're saying, like how the music can kind of.
It kind of gives you the okay, like
yeah, but you already having it on your mind.
Yeah, like even outside of on your mind, it's something that I'm already seeing in my community, anyways. So like the rap is only telling what we're seeing, anyways. Now it's kind of like when we talk about athletes being role models, right?
Yeah.
As a parent, you have to kind of put it in your kid head that this is entertainment. These are entertainers, regardless of how realistic it looks or how, because just like with the athletes as role models, like, do you say, well, you know, they role models. So Charles Barkley going and gambling and losing millions of dollars, hey, it's cool for you to go and lose money because he's a role model. You got to, as a parent, you got to step in and be like, hey, this ain't what we're doing. This is entertainment. They're entertainers. Like no matter how, if they can go back in the news and see that they did it for real, they're still entertainers.
So the entertainers,
that's not your life.
They don't have any responsibility to the actions of the community. Because it does. It should come from the home. But
it should.
Honestly, how many hours do you actually spend being taught by your parents? You at school for 8 to 10.
It should, honestly,
you sleep for another 8. It
still should be a lot.
But you out in the streets more than you at the house.
I think it goes back to what we were saying already, like about what I was saying about if I'm already headed to fight, right? I'm headed to fight anyway, and I put on some fight music. It's just gonna like help me do what I'm already about to do. It's the same shit. Like these people are already in these type of fucking situations. The music ain't making them do it. It's just shit. Why not listen to this if I'm already, you know what I mean? I'm not going to listen to gospel music on the way to fight. I'll probably turn around. You You know what I mean?
But
Exactly.
even if I'm not on the way, this is just what I consistently listen to. And like I said, I fucking love NBA YoungBoy. But if I'm constantly listening to somebody say, every time something happen, I'm blowing their brains out. Every time something happen, we're going to get them. Every time something happen, subconsciously, that have effect on a regular person?
You haven't gone and murdered anybody.
Exactly.
Until you do.
Until you don't, though. But right.
But until you do.
But
I think it has to
be. You literally sat here and said, I fuck with NBA YoungBoy.
And I catch. This is why I appreciate you all so much, is because I didn't realize how much like somebody listening to somebody could affect my mood, my attitude. Because I would listen to some reckless stuff and I could tell like I'm a little bit more reckless. I start listening to R&B and listen to the words. I'm like, I feel like I'm calmer. Like it doesn't necessarily, and I have a different perspective on life. So I can see a little different than some people, but a 20-year-old who ain't really experienced a whole lot, who's very affected by the things that he's listening to, that he's seeing, that might trigger him or give him the support. This is what I'm supposed to do.
But the thing, what I'm saying is, the 20-year-old should have been more affected by his parents.
Should have, but like, how often is that real?
Nigga, we're here. This shows that we're literally
exactly
three. Yeah, no, I can account for more than three of us that have
But
actually literally.
can you account for more people that weren't? They were more affected by the streets than they were the crib.
No. Like honestly, most of the people who came out who were affected by the streets were affected by the streets, and then they found music that played into what they were already living.
Saying.
Versus this music. Man, I gotta take these goddamn private school shits off. I gotta go out here and sell some drugs.
So what about
doing that?
That's
rare.
It happens, but it's
does
low.
happen. It does happen.
Please go to Westlake High School, where everybody live. Not everybody, but most of the school lives in these $400,000 houses, but people still trying to sell drugs and hit the streets.
1%.
No, I doubt that's 1%. I wish we had some statistics to figure that out, but I doubt that's 1% because it's so exciting.
So let's just say out of 100 boys.
Yeah.
How many boys do you think are getting influenced?
In what community?
In our community. You're saying you just named.
Yeah.
At that school. How many boys
are more influenced by what's outside?
Are going to go out and actually leave this nice ass and want to do this? 1 out of 100.
I would say 40%.
That's a lot.
I know it is.
Out of 100.
I'm telling you, bro.
But I mean, Wireless is not.
That's a lot.
And I'm telling you why it may seem like that, because it's like the bad shit always outweighs
it's gonna
the
hit
good
the
shit.
news.
Of course.
Right? But it's nowhere near 40%.
No way.
Nowhere near 40%.
No way. 40 is off.
So take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Let me do this. I went to a terrible fucking high school.
Yeah.
Terrible high school. And this shit was in our community.
Yeah.
The same rap shit in our community. And out of 100 boys, I still wouldn't say 40% of us went that way.
Right.
And we was there.
In the middle.
What is that way?
The influence route.
Because I'm saying, like, there's a limit to, like, hey, you still fucking up, but now you ain't stepped over that line. How far are you talking about? Because you even just unnecessarily selling drugs when you don't have to is going that way.
Yeah.
Now, you ain't blow nobody's brains out. Yeah, that's another step. But what are you talking about?
But I ain't even talking about the unnecessarily. I'm talking about us literally being in this community, right? Being in this environment. Out of 100 of us, 40% of us didn't choose the wrong end, and it's right there.
And that's what I'm saying. What is the wrong end? Because I guarantee you, there's a spectrum of like, hey, I stole a car, or I stole my parents' car.
Felony living. Felony
come on,
living.
Man, you like, trying to move?
Like,
no, I'm not. I'm trying to understand the landscape.
Felony
nigga,
living.
Whatever you're talking about,
felony
40%
living.
Didn't do that.
Okay. Felony living. We ain't talking about misdemeanor. We ain't talking about getting arrested for tickets. We ain't talking about fucking petty theft. We're talking about felonies.
Okay.
We talking about living that life for real.
You ain't get, and not saying you didn't get caught or you got caught. Because some people can say it's not a
living
thing if I ain't get
life
caught.
For real, I wouldn't say it is definitely not 40%.
Yeah,
at 20 years old, I would even decrease to 30%, but I'm not going further than that.
Like, honestly,
to step into
the same breath as my man talking about right now. I grew up like this nigga. He lived in Montgomery, so he know what my school looked like.
Yeah,
my shit was like how he was talking about Lean on Me, Eastside High.
Yeah,
nigga, my high school was Eastside High. Like it looked completely different now. We had a tunnel that went under our school that left my high school and went to a neighborhood. Right, going under the tunnel. You never knew how this shit was gonna turn out, nigga. Like you could walk on that motherfucker, shoot dice. You could probably buy a gun. You could goddamn do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Or you can get your ass whooped under there just for looking like the wrong nigga.
That's a huge number.
I still wouldn't say
40%.
I wouldn't even say 30% of the niggas.
I'm not going lower than 30 though.
Bro.
My high school was huge. When they, because at first it was just a high school, so it was 10th, 11th, and 12th. Like in Alabama, it was like, well, I'll say Montgomery. I can't even say Alabama, but in Montgomery, it was 10th, 11th, and 12th was high school. My senior year of high school, we got 9th graders, right? Our school was huge at that point, and then they sent a whole bunch of other neighborhoods to our school, right? Man. In that many kids, I still wouldn't say it's low as fuck. But out of all them kids, man, I still wouldn't say 30% of them went that way.
Like that's a lot. Now
I know.
Do these niggas smoke weed or maybe sell dope on the side, but still have real jobs?
So that's what
maybe.
So look,
That's felonious living.
Nigga,
no, but that's what I'm asking. I'm asking there's a limit of like, hey, we done did some shit that's on the news, or there's some shit that could be send us to jail for 5 years, a felony. If you doing those things, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we kingpins now.
Selling a little weed, smoking a little weed ain't no felony.
No, it's not.
And it's still not 40%.
And I don't think it's a bad thing to smoke a little weed. No, but I'm just saying, like,
even then, it wasn't it was only a few people that was, first of all, that was getting it to a point where it was like something that was noticeable, and then it was only a few people that was like getting it to a place, and then especially as we started to walk into adulthood, where everybody was like, "Yo, them niggas still fucking up."
And then to your example, what you're saying is 40% of them kids are being fake gangsters. You really think it's 40% of them niggas?
I'm saying 40% of the total kids, whether they have a real reason to do this or they don't.
No, we talking about your example at your school and these $400,000
and I said that the entire school is not like that. But if you took 40% of the kids, 30% of the kids, let me go ahead and change that.
Bro, that's
30% of them are going to venture out into something that's not necessary or is not seen as positive in society.
And music led them there.
No. I'm just saying it has some impact. It almost says it's okay.
No.
I'm not saying it's gonna trigger you to go from being an A student doing the studying all night long to going out. And I've seen that.
Kids out of 1,000.
Yeah.
No,
you said 400.
100.
No, 300. 300 out of 1,000.
And that's not.
That's a lot.
I'm saying it's gonna be maybe 100 out of 1,000, and that's not, bro. No, that's not. It's not.
And we're talking about young men.
Yes,
that's a lot, Wallace.
Yes.
I know.
Don't even.
No. I can't wait till you look up these statistics.
Please, I hope I'm wrong.
You are.
I hope so.
You are.
No, fuck no.
How do you do that study?
But and then they gotta go home. So the difference. Okay, so just a little quick. My upbringing. I was outside. Outside was out motherfucking side.
Exactly.
Parents can vouch for that. But this is not the outside from your neighborhood. No $400,000 house.
Not
in
my
sight.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Right? From what you're talking about, your example. Damn, what was I getting at? Shit. So yeah, from my neighborhood to how I grew up to what you talking about, it still wouldn't be 10%. I was about to get at something, but I forgot what I was getting at.
You don't think it'd be 10%?
No.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong.
No.
But just
nigga, what the fuck? No, what I was about to say is, so you actually got people who has to go home. That's what I was getting at, right? So I had to go home too, right? So I'm outside. Outside is outside, but in that house is in that house.
Yeah.
Two different motherfuckers. Same nigga.
Definitely.
But hey.
Definitely.
So what you're saying is their outside isn't even the same outside that I was a part of. So do you know how harder they would have to even work to become what you're talking about because of music?
All you need is one person's house you could take everything to.
This nigga watched too many movies.
I've been in the house.
You watched too many movies.
Because I was on the line of trying to be.
You said only one person, right?
I'm saying you need one house to take it to.
Yeah. So how many?
And that can support 5 or 6 of us.
Man, let me say this, man. I grew up outside.
Okay.
I grew up outside. And I grew up with some niggas who stayed outside.
Yeah.
Like they ain't had no inside to go to.
I did.
And they wouldn't even fall in the 30%.
And they figured it out.
They just figured it out on something else.
And they was outside, Wallace.
Yeah.
The real outside.
I'm talking about the real outside.
Real outside. I know it's not. Look, sometimes the fake is the worst.
And that's be the quickest to get killed.
Probably so.
But I'm
40%.
That nigga went 40.
30, 30.
It ain't 30. That's a lot, bro.
We're gonna do the research.
We gonna have to.
We got to.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I hope I'm wrong, but honestly, just looking at what I experienced and what I've seen,
Bro, even in a high school, nigga, you got 2 classes full of bad kids out of a whole high school. Like, nigga, you talk this nigga.
said
Yeah.
2 classes.
Yeah, you know the
I'm
talking about.
I think we had like 5 classes worth of good kids.
Y'all just spoiled brats.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
I'm talking about niggas who were 20.
I'm talking about niggas.
That was 20.
Niggas that I know was at a party last night and coming the next day. Hey, you saw me shoot that nigga? Type shit like.
Shot
what?
that bitch up. Add that bitch out.
Add that bitch out. Like them kind of niggas. I ain't talking about. I don't know what you talking about, but I'm not talking about them kind. I'm talking about
niggas selling weed.
But we had them too.
To the WhatsApp.
yeah, selling weed on WhatsApp.
weed.
But yeah, bro, like nah. It's a nigga, right, man? And I can't give his name. We
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You ain't no snitch.
You're not a snitch.
I'm not. But we was just out last weekend.
Oh shit,
Bro.
No pictures taken.
No, but we ain't connected in a while. This my nigga. But the nigga was
Out there.
did 11.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
but he figuring shit out. You know what I mean? Like,
And I also don't want it to get lost that you can't change at some point. So I don't want it to be like you decide to go down and the rest of your life is fucked up. I'm just saying that you dabbled in, you stepped in, you reached out to try to experience this. That's all I'm saying.
But that's
because your life can change and you can become the whatever.
So that's a whole different conversation. That what you just said is a whole different conversation.
No, it's not. And that's why I said let's make sure I add that part, because
definitely
I'm not saying your whole life turned into whatever spiral ass whatever.
That nigga said 40% of the niggas
ventured out, tried to experience. Yes,
But we're talking about felonious. We ain't just talking about just
hey man, stop
trying.
using these goddamn
Nah, but
70s
that's what I'm
words.
saying.
Yeah,
That's what you-
because
that's how you put it in
Because
the
a nigga
beginning.
selling
What?
nickel bags
Okay,
and
what's felonious?
a nigga felonies.
Yeah,
we talking
but
about niggas doing enough
one
to get
action
felony.
can be a felony.
Huh?
One action can be a
Yeah,
felony.
one action. But we're talking about niggas that's selling dimes and nickels versus a nigga who trying to fucking flip pounds and shit.
And that's exactly why I was trying. I know you didn't want to hear it. I'm trying to figure out where is the threshold
Yeah,
of like.
and that was what I
this
said.
is okay.
Once it becomes felonies, then
Okay.
then now you overstep that boundary because
Okay.
now you ain't even a kid no more. Once you 15 years old and you black and you do the right thing or the wrong thing on a certain level, then you're an adult.
Well, what I will say and concede is I'm just talking about stepping in that direction of a path. Not necessarily
You're talking about just period.
Yeah.
Like I took my mama car, could have got pulled
Got
over
a
by the
joyride.
police. Stop. Don't do that. You can't. This
So
cannot be the argument.
look, I'm talking about more so like, all right, shit, I want some J's. I want some consistent J's. I'm gonna start selling something. I might stop in 6 months. But you ventured out into that space. Or I got me a gun just to go to the party and fire off some shots.
I've had a gun since 10th grade. Sorry, Dad. But that didn't make me like that 40% that you're talking about.
But not saying you, a kid like you that got a gun in 10th grade and then fired off some shots around a bunch of people at 11th, 12th grade. To me, that's that mindset.
It's not a mindset. That's shit, kill or be killed. Like that music didn't do that.
Understood. Environment has the biggest impact. But I'm just saying music, as powerful as we were saying that it has, does that. To me, it does have some influence.
I disagree.
And that's cool.
That's
Finally, we had a real disagreement.
because you sound like the people on fucking
Fox News,
NBC,
CNN.
No, not CNN.
No, it definitely sound like Fox.
Yeah, that nigga Fox like a motherfucker. Bruh, stop.
I'm just asking the question.
And it's not true.
And like I said, I hope I'm wrong.
Music can enhance something that you already feel. I do agree with that. Like I said, if you headed to fight, you want some fight music.
Can it pull you back from something you feel?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna flip a switch in you.
No, this is-
That is what I'm saying. I'm saying it can.
This nigga done said 30 things. All right, Wilder, I'm done.
You done?
I'm done.
Honestly, I don't really care. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. If I'm fucked up, let me know, please.
You got, and also you got to be a easily fucking influenced person.
And you don't think that that's out there?
It
A
is,
lot.
and I don't think it's 40%.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think it's.
I don't think it's 40%.
I think it's about 70% of people who are easily influenced.
Shit, no.
Because half the time you don't even realize you're getting influenced.
But you do.
But half the people don't.
That's a lot.
You got some fucked up
You
numbers.
giving some
Man, that nigga, I think that's what it is. Like,
maybe
you gotta
it's because of
use
the day that
different
we're
numbers.
shooting today. Like,
You gotta use different numbers, man.
sheesh, man, these is wild. These numbers is wild.
Okay.
But I respect it though. I respect what you're
Like I
saying.
said, I hope I'm wrong.
You are.
You definitely. But we gonna have some statistics.
Because I think it's more so because of you're coming from like what you think.
No, I'm telling you what I seen. Now that might be a small circle, and it might be wrong versus the
and that's what I'm
population.
saying.
But from what I seen,
And we
It's
grew
not-
up different.
agreed. And I feel like we
that
also got
seems-
different. Like I said, where's that line at?
Yeah, your shit might, like you said, his shit might be I stole a book out of the book fair. Yeah.
Because he was like,
'Cause I listen
he
to
said,
NBA Youngboy.
He said, because all you gotta do is overstep. Like,
I'm saying, where's the line
I listen
at?
to NBA Youngboy and I stole this pencil from my teacher desk, nigga.
so to me,
That's the 40% he talking
so
about.
so
on,
so to
dog.
me, I feel like
It gotta be.
Don't
I feel
belittle me like that.
so to me, I feel like I said, is that line is overstepped when you start to get to that felony point. Like I feel like
The other stuff is just childish.
yeah, like because you can literally get this shit taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to get to a certain level and you start to get to even if we just talking drugs, you start to get to a certain weight. Now you're in you on some grown man
Yeah,
shit. That's what
different
the niggas say.
different tax
Hey,
bracket.
yeah, you like now you dealing in some grown man shit. So I understand there's gonna be some grown man consequences that come with it.
Yeah.
That other shit,
But with
this
no music,
some shaking off
but
shit.
with no music, children gonna be children.
Agreed.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
On some
and like I
curious
said, I keep saying it. I'm not saying that's gonna be the thing that makes them, but it's not, it's an influence that helps push in that direction. That's all I'm saying,
Nope.
and that's cool.
shit. This is a good talk.
Great talk,
Well,
man.
It went a different route. Hey,
It definitely went a different way. This was good. But it was good.
Yeah, man.
I still feel like music is one of the best things that ever fucking sliced bread. You hear me?
Ever that God put on this earth.
Agreed.
And we really need your comments off after this.
Yes, man. Tell us how music has affected you. Tell us the impact that it's had on your life, man. Because for some people, like, let me say this too. If I hadn't played sports, I would have fucked with music even heavier.
You said you would have.
Yeah, absolutely. It probably would have been what took me through whatever I felt like was supposed to be my life. I just felt like sports was it.
I think I would have if it wasn't forced so early.
Oh yeah, I can see that. For me, it was just
at
like
church.
Yeah, because being a nigga that could sing, and even when you didn't want to, you had to. So that shit make you like, I don't even care about it. You see how I bullshit a lot on here, but like,
Nah, I thought you was giving you your best, man.
get the fuck out of here. You know that's a lie. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
I think so too.
yeah.
I think so too.
I think it would have been.
Like,
I
I
think it would have
barely
been
even play
bigger.
my drum set, goddamn, at the house.
Yeah, it would have been bigger and had more of an impact on my life if sports wasn't as impactful as it was.
Yeah.
That's probably Like I probably could have been a fucking A&R by now or some shit.
Think so?
Yeah.
You're giving yourself a lot of credit.
Nah, like, bro, no, like, so, like, no bullshit. Like, one of the things I love
That's
doing
okay.
is when an album come out, like when an album come out, I go through and I be like, this a single, this a single,
Yeah.
this a single, and like,
I ain't got that here.
I'm
40%.
more than 40% of the time, I'm on point with that shit.
All I can tell you is like, this is a banger or it's not. I don't know about singles.
Hey,
album.
that new Jeezy riding.
Yeah, that shit.
got an album?
Oh, yeah,
it just dropped on
that
Friday.
big riding, boy.
But yeah, music is impactful as a motherfucker. Tell us how music has impacted your life, man.
Hell yeah.
How important it is to your life. Has it got you through good times, bad times? Like, talk to us. You know how we do, man. So as always, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come
About
talk
your
to
friend.
us, man.
Drop
Tell
your
us-
favorite go-to sex
Yeah.
song.
Okay.
in
I
the
was
comments.
gonna say, drop your favorite artist. Tell us your favorite music. God damn.
All right, Channing.
All right. Thanks, Channing Crowder.
Shit.
Oh no, I'm trying to get a new playlist. Man,
Tell a
goddamn.
friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, man.
Oh,
Subscribe, comment, share. Share this shit, man. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. If it's something that resonate with you, or if it makes sense and make you laugh, man, share it with somebody else. They might laugh too. You know what I'm saying?
And go get you a shirt off the
Hit
website.
that bell. Comment. Go to the website, www.droppingdymes.com.
With a Y.
Dimes with a Y. You know what I'm saying? Come in there and shop with us, man. See who we are. Like, we got a little about us in there. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Yeah,
it ain't just
we
it
do.
ain't just come shop with us. We got a little some of everything. All our social media stuff, it pop up on there, man. So it gets you in touch with us. It gets you interacting with us.
Right. Because we're a community. Even
Yeah.
though we don't touch day to day, we are a community trying to grow for tomorrow.
Absolutely. It's some people that we talk to on the regular in these comments and in these inboxes and everything else. Like, they cool people. Like, we all laugh and joke with each other and everything else. We still getting brand on these comments. Trust us. He's going
One
to
of
comment.
these days.
He's going
One of these
to comment.
days.
I be coming anonymously.
They don't show up though.
Oh, I got to figure that part out.
He's going to comment.
I'm rubbing off on him too.
So,
He's a
man.
liar.
Hey. I lie. I lie.
See, I was being honest.
I lied
You
to
just
the
ain't want to say it. You ain't want to say it.
subscribers.
I lie to the viewers.
Hey, you know, we got 190 subscribers. We almost at 200.
Oh shit,
That is crazy.
Hey, beat the
bro.
200. Let your friend tell somebody else so they can beat the 200.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna tell you what you win when you become the 200 person.
Easy.
We may actually have something for you.
We got you.
Yeah. So, as always, man, we love y'all. Thanks for sharing your time with us. We appreciate you. Always. We do appreciate you. Thanks for coming through, man.
Yep.
Dropping Dimes. Peace.